Hello, we are back in Assetto Corsa again. This time we're looking at Nemuno Žiedas, a 2024 enhanced version of this track. This is Lithuania's only racetrack. And we seem to be looking at it in a period perspective because I've seen a lot of different versions of this track now, kind of researching, driving this one. And the modern one was really weird, as it seemed to be going the opposite direction and had really colorful curbs on it, so it looked like it was a very modern version of the track. This one feels very period specific. This track opened in 1960 in real life, and it's still going strong. So, to complement the periodness of this version of the track, I'm driving a vintage Porsche 911, 1973. Seemed appropriate. Now, the frustrating aspects of Assetto Corsa still remain that there's a lot of secret handshake aspects to this, and saw on Overtake a new enhancement, but no reference to the original track until you dig into the comments where somebody asked the question. And then they're kind of aloof about the link because it's a share mods link, I guess. A little frustrating. I did find a version of the track on Assetto World, and the enhancements seem to apply over top of it okay. But did seek out the actual 2024 version of the original track. The original track is on Overtake. You can still find it, but it's not the 2024 version because it only contains two variations, a hot lap and a track day. Whereas the extended, which is the version that I'm driving here, 7.2 kilometer version of the track, is a hoot to drive. So I guess, what am I saying? I'm saying pay special attention to the comments in the link that I'll provide to this enhanced, which contains grass and other sorts of visual enhancements, spectators, better spectators. And pay special attention to comments and suggestions contained therein as to where to find the original track. The 2024 version, not the original. See, it's also confusing. And if you don't know the ecosystem, this is one of the things that I kind of came to the conclusion. Somebody asked me if I was interested in running a league around Assetto Corsa, and I'm like, not so much, because it's this sort of stuff that, like, actually, if you could give somebody a drive or a share with all of the mods contained in them and, make that easy for them to download and install, it would be one thing. But because they're all separately licensed and there's some dark shadow games being played, I guess, in terms of, what's legal and what's not, I suppose. I suppose that's the reason for it. Nobody wants to put themselves in a bind by actually providing the content. Everybody has to sort of find it with kind of a wink and a nod. But I spent more time trying to figure out what I needed to download, install, and the order of that installation than it took me to, or than I'm able to dedicate to actually driving it, which is a little frustrating. No. A bit of an excursion there. Ooh. I do love driving this car, and this track is a lot of fun. It's a great track. And it looks really good with the enhancements, I will say. I drove it, drove the original, just to kind of take a look at it, and it was a great drive. It was one of those where you kind of go, yeah, this feels really good, but it looks sort of really bad. So this does look a lot better. To be gentle on the throttle coming over that rise, because if you get airborne, it's over. Get some chatter in my direct drive coming over that section. I don't know if you hear it or not on the mic. These older cars, they make you think a little bit differently. It isn't as binary as a modern car that sticks. You gotta float the car in some places. Missed third, grabbed fifth instead. That was dumb. I think my favorite section. Track. That pisses me off. Hold it together. Lost a shitload of time, though. Jesus. And as we all know, you can't make it up. Once you've lost it, it's gone. Trying to drive harder to make it up. Won't work. The machine's working a little hard, I can tell. So not bad, yeah? A fun drive. I enjoy the track a great deal. I like all the enhancements, the grass and spectators throughout. It's definitely a lot prettier to drive than it was originally. I have no idea what the 2024 enhancements were about. But that's the version that the enhancements here have done. It may just be adding this extended portion as a big part of it because it wasn't included in the original. This extended track is freaking phenomenal. I absolutely love driving this. I don't know how well it would race. I drove another track that was similar in terms of kind of, I think it was Greenwood actually, that somebody just recently asked me about driving 60s era F1 cars on. I'm like, I don't know, try it. Let me know how you do. Same with this too. I think that racing on this might be a little crazy. And I don't know what cars would work well. Maybe 60s era F3 cars would be fun here. Definitely enjoyed driving this by myself. In traffic, some of these turns are so technical that if you had a car alongside you or trying to pass you, oof, going offline in some of these, you know, would be an adventure. Now, obviously, these tracks have been raced in real life, so it supports it. Just whether or not you're brave enough to do it is the question at the end of the day. A beautiful track and really well done, both in the original creation of it and in the enhancements and extensions that have made it what we're showing today. This is a pretty good track. Let's see if we can find the pit entry. Pit is to the left. Oh yeah, I looked at this. Kind of a fun pit entry, actually, if you think about it. We're down here at the end. Nemuno Žiedas. And this is the enhanced with grass effects, light, spectators. A nice addition to it. It makes it kind of fun to drive. Let me know what you think. Would you race it? I think you would. So that's the kind of person you are. Hope you had fun, and I thank you for joining me, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye now.
Spaß mache Rennsport.